have? Can the kids have any? He's going in for another. All right, today's fabulous Christmas cookie or any time of year treat is going to be your simple 3-ingredient coconut macaroon, or 4 ingredients if you choose to add chocolate chips, which of course I do, because why would you not add chocolate if you can? Vanilla extract. I forgot vanilla extract. Add an ingredient. Simple, delicious 4-ingredient macaroons, including vanilla extract, or 5-ingredient if you want the chocolate chips, which we do. Sorry about that. Did I mention the pinch of salt? All right, first I will tell you the real recipe, and then we can get into all my, quirky adaptations. You're going to preheat your oven to 325. I hope you're writing this down. Obviously, you should be writing this down. Preheat your oven to 325. You're going to put your parchment paper on your cookie sheet. Don't you love parchment paper? That is the best thing in the world. These are going to bake 16 to 17 minutes, rotating the cookie tray once in the midst of the baking cycle. Got that? Okay, now, write this down. 2.5 cups unsweetened shredded coconut. 3/4 cup of sugar. 2 egg whites. Teaspoon vanilla, pinch of salt. And chocolate chips. Okay, you got that? Now, you're saying to me, unsweetened coconut, where the hell am I supposed to get that? All the coconut I ever saw in the grocery store was sweetened. I know, I'm thinking the same thing. So if you're using sweetened coconut instead of unsweetened, you cut your sugar down to just a tablespoon. A tablespoon of sugar is all you will need. Now, I am using unsweetened coconut today because, remember back to that video of how the Frugal family fun, learn how to open a coconut dealie went on? Remember that? We bought a coconut for $1, and we just had a fab time learning how to split it open, and I have the coconut from that. So that was unsweetened. Should I put a link to that video so you can watch it again? I probably should. Link below. Watch us open a coconut. So, I do have unsweetened coconut. Alright, so I gave you the real recipe. You got that? 2.5 cups shredded coconut. If it's sweetened, cut your sugar down to a tablespoon. If it's unsweetened, you're using 3/4 cup of sugar. You got your pinch of salt. You got your 2 egg whites. You got your vanilla. Now, what am I doing? I will tell you. So, from when we opened our coconut, I had the coconut meat in the freezer. And it was kind of in big chunks because I hadn't really done that much with shredding it. So I put it in my little food processor and I kind of ground it up in the food processor. So mine's not really shredded so much as ground into these little chunks. But then I kind of felt like mine was too moist. So then I thought, I'll put it into a dry skillet on top of the stove at a really low heat and kind of dry it out a little bit. You know the way you toast nuts sometimes without letting them burn? And it actually smells so good being ever so slightly dry toasted like that. And some of it turned a little bit light brown. It smells great. So I only have a cup of it. So the whole recipe is being adjusted. But you do it the way I just said. But this is how I'm doing it. So I have a cup of my kind of chopped up, not so much shredded, slightly toasted, unsweetened coconut. So that is going into the mixing bowl. Now, because I basically cut my amount of coconut in half, I have to cut my sugar in half, so I'm using 3/8 of a cup of sugar instead of 3/4 of a cup. There's the sugar. And here's the vanilla. And that's our pinch of salt. And there is our egg white. Now also, here is my chocolate. It's my chopped up chocolate, because of course I don't have chocolate chips right now. I used those up already. What I had done was I tried to melt the chocolate not so long ago, and I screwed it up. If you're trying to melt chocolate, like to dip something in it, which is what I was trying to do, you can't have any water touch this chocolate at all when it's melting. You cannot have a drip of water. No water goes near it because it causes the chocolate to seize up as it's melting. And that is what I did. I made that mistake. So I screwed up this chocolate. But I'm not about to throw chocolate away just because it was no longer this beautiful, shiny, delightful, dippable melted chocolate, and it had become this unattractive glump of chocolate. And chocolate's still chocolate. Just like free is free. Chocolate is chocolate. So I saved my lump of chocolate in the fridge, and I just chopped it up because it's fine to use, you know, in cookies. Back as chocolate chips again. So that's going into the macaroons. Because chocolate and coconut are quite delightful together. Alrighty. It's pretty simple, isn't it? So now we're going to just mix it all up. Now, the recipe instructs that you moisten your hands with cold water and then scoop up, you know, little blobs of this dough in your hands and form it into little balls and cook it on your cookie tray. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but my cat walked over to the tripod and just started sneezing and making noise and, I don't know, coughing and hacking. And could you do that elsewhere, do you think? We're filming here. He gave me such a look. Rude. Alright. That's actually, looks pretty darn chocolatey for the amount of coconut I'm working with, but hey, who doesn't love chocolate? Who doesn't indeed? I don't really want to use my hands. I don't know why. I just thought I'll use my cool tablespoon scooper. Scoop it up. So, let's do that. So we're just going to make little blobs. Of course, if I hadn't added quite so much chocolate, relative to the amount of coconut I have, they'd probably look a little more Christmassy because they'd be like all kind of like white and fluffy like little snowballs. But anyway, we're going to put them in the 325 oven. We're going to set the timer for 8 minutes so we don't forget to come back and rotate them in the oven, and that'll be another 8 minutes, and then you shall see the finished product. Yay! Alright, here we are, fresh from the oven. These are about the most unusual looking coconut macaroons I've ever seen. But, you know, my coconut wasn't exactly shredded, so yours will look normal. We need a taste tester. Sugar pie, honey bunch, you want to taste the cookie? Where are you?
Over here.
Alright.
Yeah,
Come here, baby doll. Alright, I made... I know. Do you like coconut macaroons?
I don't know.
You don't know. Have you ever... See, that's what they look like. It looks pretty good, actually. It doesn't look like a macaroon is supposed to look, technically speaking. There's a lot of chocolate involved. It's from that coconut that we, remember when we split open the coconut? Our dollar coconut extravaganza?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say fold it in half?
I'm not sure.
That's not what you did.
The bottom was sticky.
They're sticky.
Now they're not sticky.
Oh, I see. Oh, the bottom was sticky, but the top wasn't. So now you've
folded it in half.
You've sandwiched the stickiness within. I see. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a flourless cookie. This is really good for people with a gluten issue, I suppose, because there's no flour in here. It's sugar, egg whites, coconut, a little vanilla, a pinch of salt, and then the addition of a whole lot of chocolate.
Wow, this is really good. They
Does it taste like...
very coconutty.
Is it really? Because I was thinking it might be too chocolatey. Is it intensely coconutty? Do you think that's because we cracked open a fresh coconut all by ourselves? Rather than using the factory shredded coconut?
I don't know.
You don't know? You want to use a spatula to try to get that off? It's sticky. That's what spatulas are for. Are you going to eat the whole plate? I made like a half batch. You can't eat them all. We have to save some for the kids. We have to save some. But you like it then?
They're really good.
Really? Could we say that a little louder so the whole wide world can hear? What was that assessment?
They're really good.
Are they addictive?
They're addicting me, yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call
All right, I'm going to give you one more. off the back of the
And it's
batch.
supposed to be round?
There's
Oh,
a-
those like balls?
They're supposed to be, when you shred a coconut, they have a more mounded, they're like little mounds, yes. Like little pyramids. Oh, look, you're rolling it into a ball. Show them what you did. Look what you've done. All right, so if yours come out weird and spread out and sticky and flat like mine,
Sticky on the ball.
then look, you take it and you roll it into a cookie ball. Then you could roll it in cocoa powder or confectioner's sugar and make this whole
It's
new
not-
confection!
Look, it's not sticky.
It's not even sticky now.
What macaroons are supposed to look like?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think too much that comes out of my kitchen looks like what it's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have my own way of doing everything.
Very good.
Because frugal people make substitutions and work with what they have. I could have gone out to the store and gotten shredded coconut and some new chocolate chips and more vanilla extract, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to work with what I already have in the house. Oh, what did they have for breakfast today? Homemade bagels that I made myself. Homemade, from scratch. Bagels. Don't even talk about how hard and crunchy they were, just you got homemade bagels. Be appreciative. You have teeth. God gave you teeth for a reason. You can bite into those bagels.
Those bagels were amazing.
Were they? What was more amazing? The homemade bagels or the chocolate coconut macaroons? Why are your elbows up like that?
Because you're squeezing my fingers.
He's very delicate and sensitive. Aww.
The macaroons.
Really?
But the bagels were amazing.
But would you want a macaroon for breakfast? Would it be too sweet?
No. But I can have another one of these.
No, you've had 3. Do you like Frugal Husband's Christmas outfit?
Yeah.
Black, like the little lump of coal that passes for his heart. So, another fabulous Christmas cookie to add to your collection this Christmas season. Oh, jingle, 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 jingle. Merry Christmas!